Welcome to the Creator's Life Plan. As you can see, this is Kevin Grimm before he began his transformation. It's March 24th, 2006. He's 275 pounds, and we estimate his body fat percentage at 20% plus. Now, when someone's this large, it's very difficult to get an exact body fat percentage. Unless you have hydrostatic body fat testing, your other option is calipers, and calipers have probably a 5% margin of error plus or minus. So this is an estimation of 20% plus, which translates to about 54 pounds of body fat. The better way to judge how well someone this large is doing is through measurements. Those are a little bit more accurate. How many inches total did they lose? And as you can see, we took the preliminary measurements of chest, waist, hips, thighs, and arms. Now on the next slide, we also wanted to take a look at some key health markers. And again, this is March 24th. The first one that's of a concern to us is the fasting blood glucose level. Now what this means is that he hasn't had any food for 12 hours in preparation for a blood screening. And if you don't have any food for 12 hours, the normal person should have a fasting blood glucose level between 65 and 95. His is 105, which means he has a lot of sugar in his bloodstream, even though he hasn't eaten. This is a concern because at this stage, Kevin is pre-diabetic. And had he continued this lifestyle and continued getting larger, it's safe to say within a short amount of time, he would have been a type 2 diabetic. Total cholesterol is 172. This is not so much of a concern, but we don't pay too much attention to total cholesterol anymore. What we're really looking at is a ratio of his LDL, HDL, and triglycerides. And his ratios are not that good. The first concern is his HDL, which is his good cholesterol. The minimum anyone should have is 35. He's at 36, so he's down at the bottom of the barrel. His triglycerides are very, very high. They're off the charts at 185. So we're very concerned between the triglycerides and the bad cholesterol at 99. His resting heart rate is 70. And then here's the other problem, blood pressure. He is pre-hypertension here. He has a blood pressure of 132/78. If that blood pressure goes up to 140, then his doctor is putting him on blood pressure medication. So he's pre-hypertension here. Let's take a look at the new Kevin Grimm. September 15th, 2006. His weight is now 195 pounds, a total weight loss of 80 pounds. His body fat percentage, again this is just an estimation, is down to about 13% or 25 pounds of fat. Look at the measurements in his chest, and coming up in a slide we'll look at the comparisons of before and after, but his chest is down to a 45, waist is 38, hips are 41, thighs are 23.25, arms are 13. Let's take a look at a side view and some of the key health markers. His fasting blood glucose level is now entirely normal at 86. Total cholesterol is down to 154. Look what happened to his good cholesterol, his HDL. It's now at 46, up 10 points. That's terrific. And his triglycerides are down 115 points at 70. His resting heart rate is down by 6 beats per minute. That means he has a stronger heart. It doesn't have to work as hard. That improves his life expectancy. His blood pressure is now perfect at 110/62. So he is no longer pre-hypertension. Let's take a look at how he lost the weight. Here it is by date. And the thing that's interesting in this slide here is what happened in August and September. Some people will say, well, he clearly plateaued. I don't think so. The body fights for equilibrium. In other words, the body really likes a specific weight, and it fights on a daily basis to maintain that weight. And what we ascertained from August and September is, could he lose more weight? Sure. But his body seems to really like this 192 to 197 range. And if he continues to maintain the same type of workout regimen and eating program, my guess is his body feels very comfortable around 195 and will remain there. Here are the key changes side by side. We'll look at the physique changes in the far right hand column. You can see it's 80 pounds. There's a change of 7% in body fat. He lost 29 pounds of pure fat. He reduced his chest size by 7.5, his waist by 10 inches. his hips by 5 3/4, his thighs by 3 1/4, his arms by a 1/2 inch. So we have a total loss of 27 inches, which is remarkable. Look at the health changes on the far right-hand side in this next slide. Fasting blood glucose level of 19 points. That's a tremendous change. As you can see in the middle column, he's absolutely normal at 86. Total cholesterol, we moved 18 points. His HDL, as I mentioned, went up 10, and his triglycerides dropped by 115 points. His resting heart rate went down by 6 beats per minute, and his blood pressure went from hypertension to normal. Here's his strength changes. He had a bench press of 50 pounds for 10 times. Now it's 200 pounds. Look at his squats from 45 pounds to 250. His calf raises 135 to 670. Military press, he was using 12-pound dumbbells. Now he's at 40. Bicep curls, 15-pound dumbbells. Now at 35. Pull downs for his back. He used to be pulling down 50 pounds. Now it's 140 pounds. And he was using a 20-pound dumbbell for triceps extensions. Now he's using a 50-pound dumbbell. Here's a side-by-side of his before and after, a front shot. As you can see, quite remarkable. Here's his side-by-side shot. Again, terrific improvement. And of course, here are his final 2 after photos. This is the Creator's Life Plan. If you have been thinking about starting a workout program, make sure you contact us soon at 303-683-4795 or support@greatshapeup.com. If you're currently involved in a workout program and you're not getting the results and you feel like you're just spinning your wheels, again, contact us at 303-683-4795 or support@greatshapeup.com. Below, you'll see some excerpts from Kevin's journal, and you can kind of get a feel of what he went through in doing the Creator's Life Plan. Thanks for joining us. We look forward to hearing from you.